Welcome to Antigua. In front of you is Volcan de Agua at 3,762 meters high. Stratovolcano. It's huge. It has exploded in the past, erupted, sorry. Antigua's over here. It's got a lovely rooftop terrace. And I want to talk about this bit over here. It's a bit sunny, but this was where I climbed Volcan de Atacanango, which is 3,948 meters high, and then there's also opposite that is Volcan de Fuego, which is 3,700 meters and something as well. And I was just reflecting back on it. I just come back from climbing it yesterday. I started at 11 o'clock yesterday, and it was tough. First of all, me and my friend Martin decided that we're going to go with a guide and carry our kit. So most people on this trip, sounds silly, they usually just take a day bag with their food in and overnight clothes. We took everything, including a tent, 5 liters of water each, and all the warm gear you need for staying warm. Is it cold gear for warm night? Nope. Cold gear for cold nights. Which it gets really cold because you're going to be at, we slept around 3,800 meters, just around that mark last night. And so that's very cold. If you're from the UK, the highest mountain is Ben Nevis. That's just over 1,000 meters, and I think about 1,100 meters and something. I got it wrong before in a previous YouTube video. Anyway, it was a 6-hour slog uphill, and we started about 2,000, I think it was 2,500 meters. So there's still a good 1,300 meters to be gained for the base camp, and it's steep. It starts off really steep, and we were like sweating a lot. It was not fun. Like I said, most people usually go and they get a guide and they get porters to take their kit up, and there's already a tent set up or a cabin you can pay for, which I found out is $90 a night. We went the low end scale because we set ourselves a challenge. If I knew how long it would take and how tricky it would be or challenging, I don't know, but did it is a good thing. It was 6 hours up, and it was 3 hours down. Funny enough, it was a good experience. I've just had to sleep during the day today because I'm a bit tired because there's quite a few challenges on that. So taking the weight up, I was a bit concerned beforehand. I was like putting a lot of trust in my friend Martin, like getting all the warm weather gear for me because I'm still backpacking at the moment, so I don't have all the right equipment to stay below freezing point up in altitude in the volcano. Got up there very sweaty. Volcan de Fuego is amazing. The eruptions are just so cool, and it's quite consistent. So they say every 15-20 minutes, but it depends, and it spews out lava, which is just really cool. And you can hear it rumbling as well in the distance. It's a very angry volcano. And yeah, that experience night, we made a fire, a campfire, not a campfire, but a fire to cook our food, which we just about ate. And I was eating my hair at the same time. I was so cold. It gets cold really quick when the sun goes down. So I had food in my hair when I went to bed, so that was tricky. If you've got long hair, you realise how annoying it is. And then slept for about 3 hours most because there was a tent near us, and there was a guy who was fond of snoring, and it was really annoying. He had two other people in the tent, but they'll just chat and then he'll go back to sleep and snore again. So yeah, and then we got up at 4 in the morning to go and see the sunrise on top of Atanganaga, which is at 3,900 and something meters high. There's twin peaks, and I was knackered. I was struggling. There's the altitude as well, so the breathing rate as well to try to get up there. But when you finally get up there, it's cool. But the wind was cold, super cold. So we had a blanket with us as well because you get really cold. And the view, and you see the eruption of Volcan de Fuego was just super. Hats off to the guides and porters there. They just always go up and down. Our porter finished at about 11:20 today, and he was already organising to go back up there to take kit up for the tourists. So yeah, It's good to know that there's wildlife. There's quetzal birds around the southern end of the Volcan de Atagnango, which is good. There's a cloud forest, which is really beautiful. There's also an alpine forest as well, which is also beautiful, but also has problems with had a fire that swept through the area, and then when those trees were less healthier, they or not as healthy, there was a beetle that came in and just started attacking them. So unfortunately, a lot of them had to be felled due to disease spreading from the beetle infestation. But anyway, the volcano, tough environment, really dry, really gritty. It cuts into, it's really dusty, and I might just go and quickly get my boots to show how dusty they are. Oh, it was a journey. It's serious. There's a lovely hostel, by the way, here. So they're a bit different colour than what they should be. There you go.